The Battle of the Alamo, a defining moment in Texas history, took place from February 23 to March 6, 1836, in San Antonio, Texas. This historic battle between Texan settler, rebels, and Mexican forces under General Santa Anna played a crucial role in the Texas Revolution and the fight for Texan independence from Mexico. The Battle of the Alamo is remembered for the courage and sacrifice of those who defended the mission and the lasting impact it had on the struggle for Texas sovereignty. The setting of the Battle of the Alamo was the Alamo Mission, a former Roman Catholic mission located in present-day downtown San Antonio. The mission, originally built in the 18th century, was repurposed as a military garrison during the Texas Revolution. The Alamo's strategic location near the center of San Antonio made it a key defensive position for both sides in the conflict. The battle was fought as part of the larger Texas Revolution, a conflict between Texian settlers and the Mexican government led by General Antonio López de Santa Anna. The Texians, primarily made up of Anglo-American settlers and Tejanos, Mexican Texans, sought independence from Mexican rule due to grievances related to political autonomy, cultural differences, and economic issues. The Alamo Mission became a symbol of defiance and resistance for the Texians, who saw it as a crucial stronghold in their struggle against Mexican forces. The Battle of the Alamo was fought between the Texian rebels, led by figures such as William B. Travis, James Bowie, and Davy Crockett, and the Mexican army under the command of General Santa Anna. The Texians, determined to defend the Alamo at all costs, had a garrison of around 200 men, including volunteers from various backgrounds and regions. On the Mexican side, Santa Anna's forces numbered in the thousands, with well-equipped infantry, cavalry, and artillery. The battle commenced on February 23, 1836, when Mexican forces laid siege to the Alamo Mission, surrounding the defenders and cutting off their access to reinforcements and supplies. The Texian defenders, knowing they were vastly outnumbered and outgunned, prepared to make a stand and defend the mission against the Mexican onslaught. The siege of the Alamo lasted for nearly 2 weeks, during which time the defenders withstood constant bombardment and skirmishes. As the siege of the Alamo continued, internal disagreements arose among the Texian leadership regarding whether to hold the fort or retreat. Colonel William B. Travis, one of the commanders at the Alamo, famously drew a line in the sand and asked those willing to stay and fight to step across it. All but one of the defenders, including Davy Crockett and Jim Bowie, chose to stay and defend the Alamo to the last. The climax of the Battle of the Alamo came on March 6, 1836, when Santa Anna launched a final assault on the mission. The Mexican army, using overwhelming force and artillery, breached the Alamo's defenses and engaged in brutal hand-to-hand combat with the Texian defenders. Despite fierce resistance and heroic deeds by the Texians, the defenders were ultimately overwhelmed by the Mexican forces. The outcome of the Battle of the Alamo was a victory for the Mexican army, as they successfully captured the mission and defeated the Texian defenders. The battle resulted in the death of nearly all the defenders, including prominent figures like William B. Travis, Jim Bowie, and Davy Crockett. The loss of the Alamo was a significant blow to the Texians, but it also galvanized support for their cause and fueled the determination to continue the fight for independence. The Battle of the Alamo had a profound impact on the course of the Texas Revolution and the quest for Texan independence. The heroic defense of the mission and the sacrifice of the defenders became legendary symbols of Texan courage and resistance. The rallying cry, "Remember the Alamo," encapsulated the spirit of defiance and determination that fueled the Texian struggle against Mexican rule. In the aftermath of the Battle of the Alamo, the Texian forces, inspired by the sacrifices of their comrades, went on to achieve victory at the Battle of San Jacinto, where they decisively defeated Santa Anna's army and secured Texan independence. The memory of the Alamo and the bravery of its defenders became a source of pride and inspiration for generations of Texans, shaping their identity and historical consciousness. Overall, the Battle of the Alamo remains a symbol of sacrifice, courage, and determination in the face of overwhelming odds. The legacy of the Alamo continues to resonate in American history as a testament to the enduring spirit of those who fought and died for the cause of freedom and independence.